The SEO world has been shifting under our feet, and most teams haven't noticed. I've been building automated SEO systems for years, and today I'm going to show you why systems are replacing manual tactics, why this works so well, and how you can start building your advantage step by step without turning your brand into a content factory. By the end, you'll know the exact path I use to reduce manual SEO work dramatically and get more consistent results across multiple sites. I'm John King. I'm the founder of STREMELINE Digital, a full-spectrum marketing agency. I also have a background in building automated systems and platforms. Combining agency experience with systems thinking, I realized that SEO isn't a content problem. It's a systems problem. Manual work can win in the short term, but it doesn't compound. Systems do. When you switch from task-based thinking to systems thinking, two things happen. Your effort drops, and your outcomes become more predictable. Most teams are still treating SEO like it's 2015. Pick keywords, write a post, chase a link, repeat. This mindset assumes that adding more hands equals more growth. But what's the alternative? Optimize the machine and not the moments. Instead of optimizing one page, optimize how pages are discovered, created, interlinked, and monitored. Instead of building one backlink, build a repeatable authority engine. Instead of fixing one technical issue, prevent entire classes of issues from happening again. Once you start thinking in systems instead of tasks, everything changes. Quick reality check. If your weekly SEO plan looks like write 3 posts, send some outreach emails, and fix that broken link, that's task-based thinking. If your plan is review what the content system has produced, optimize the keyword intelligence, and check the authority pipeline, that's systems thinking. So how do we make the shift? Let's start with the highest leverage area. Intelligence. Manual keyword research is slow and limited. You research what you think of when you think of it. A system continuously maps demand and opportunity, identifies gaps, and updates priorities as competitors move. The difference? You're not guessing what to create next. The system tells you. You're not reacting to what competitors publish. You're already waiting for them at the finish line. Think radar instead of binoculars. Binoculars show you what's in front of you. Radar shows you everything moving around you in real time. Next, content architecture. Here's where most teams kill their own momentum. They publish isolated posts that compete with each other instead of supporting each other. A systematic approach creates content clusters, where each piece drives traffic to related pieces. You're not just publishing articles. You're building a content machine where new posts automatically strengthen your existing content and vice versa. Design your structure once and then scale it predictably. Next, technical autopilot. Here's what happens with the manual approach. Something breaks, you find out weeks later, you fix it, and then something else breaks. And you're always playing catch up. The systems approach builds guardrails that prevent problems before they happen. Performance stays fast automatically. Broken elements get fixed immediately. Issues that used to take hours of troubleshooting are prevented entirely. The result? Stable, reliable performance that you never have to worry about. Finally, authority engines. Here's manual link building. Send 100 emails, get maybe 3 responses, maybe 1 link, and repeat forever. The systems approach. Create valuable resources that people want to reference naturally. Industry data, useful calculators, original insights. Instead of asking for links, you become the source that people cite when they need credible information. The result? Sustainable authority growth that builds your reputation while you sleep. I've been working with a local services business that had been manually posting for a year with minimal results. Once they implemented these systematic approaches, they achieved in 3 months what took nearly a year of manual effort to attempt, all while reducing their manual SEO by 90%. Another business, an e-commerce brand, had been stuck at the same traffic level for months using manual tactics. After switching to a systematic content approach, though, they doubled their organic traffic in 4 months without adding team members. I've also been working with a professional services firm that was drowning in manual outreach emails. They've replaced that grind with systematic authority building processes. Now they get consistent, high quality mentions without the manual outreach hustle. The pattern? Systematic approaches deliver better results with less effort. So let me address some of the biggest concerns that I hear people mention in regards to using automated systems for something like SEO. Some people say, well, this will just create generic, low quality content, won't it? But actually, it's quite the opposite. Manual approaches create inconsistent quality, mainly because you're rushing through your tasks. Systems, though, enforce high quality standards every single time. You set rules for what good content looks like, and then the system follows those rules perfectly. What if I'm not technical enough for this? You don't need to code anything, actually. You need to think in terms of processes. What steps do I repeat regularly? What decisions do I make the same way every time? Most systems use existing tools. You're just connecting them intelligently. Doesn't Google penalize you for automated content? Systems aren't about tricks or shortcuts. They're about doing legitimate SEO consistently and efficiently. Google penalizes low-quality, manipulative content, not systematic, high-quality approaches. So here's where systematic thinking creates a real competitive advantage: scalability without proportional effort increases. Most approaches scale linearly, where more work means more time, more people, and more costs. Systems, however, scale exponentially. The same framework handles multiple sites, projects, or campaigns with minimal additional effort. Want to expand into new markets? In manual mode, that means starting over from scratch. But in systems mode, that just means applying proven processes to new targets. So here's the mental shift that unlocks systematic SEO. When you catch yourself asking, what content should I create next? Stop and instead ask yourself, what system makes creating good content predictable and repeatable? When you think, I need to build some links, pause and ask yourself, what resources could I build that people would naturally want to reference? When something breaks and you think, well, I need to fix this, instead, reframe it and ask yourself, how do I prevent this entire category of problems from happening again? That's systems thinking, building the machine instead of cranking the handle. If you're ready to start thinking systematically about SEO, then let me know in the comments what your biggest manual SEO frustration is right now. I read every comment and I use them for future episodes. And if you want to see me break down each of these systems step by step with real examples, actual implementations, and behind the scenes processes, then subscribe and turn on the notifications. The question isn't whether systems will replace manual SEO. They already have. The question is whether you will evolve with them or watch someone else outrun you with less effort. All right, final gut check. If your calendar tomorrow looks like create 3 posts, then you're still in 2015. If, however, it looks like the content engine ships 8 posts automatically, guardrails are green, and the authority asset drops on Tuesday, then you've made it. Welcome to Systems SEO.